Hi, this is Andy Filipiuk in Toronto for the week of April the 1st. Well, the first quarter is done and our Canadian permanent portfolio is up 1.56% year to date. Now, we're quite happy with this performance. Most of it came from a rebound in the stock market that we saw taking place starting in early January. And now that the central banks around the world have switched from a tightening to a loosening mode, equity markets are again rallying. It's hard to say where we're going to go here because central banks have not really given us any guidance other than sort of standing by and watching until further notice. It's interesting to point out that the Fed's balance sheet has only shrunk by about 15% of the quantitative easing that they brought in to solve the problem. So with as little as 15% runoff, it looks like the Fed is done and we're looking at a looser policy. Now, the real key going forward are the problems in Europe. We're going to get Brexit vote later this month. We've got populist governments gaining power and may start to influence EU decisions. And we've got a tremendous problem with the European banking system. European banks are roughly 3 times more levered than US banks, and they're unprofitable. One of the problems is interest rates are so low in Europe, a lot of bonds again have gone into negative rates, that banks simply can't lend and make money. And this is the problem in Europe. Their banking system is broke. So we're not out of the woods yet, and there could be really big problems cropping up in Europe later this spring and summer. One thing to point out is that British law is how a lot of the bonds trading in Europe have been structured. So there's tremendous uncertainty as to how the legalities of the Brexit unwind will take place. And usually when you have uncertainty, business starts to slow. So potentially lots of problems ahead. Thanks for watching.